My jam. That's my fucking jam, chat. What's up? How y'all doing? Is everything cool in Chatland? Tell me. Tell me now. I must know. Hello, Keep Calm. Night Shroud 96. Raven Hardcore 6. Bruno Raposo. And all the other Muppets. All of you. What's going on? Get comfy, because we have quite a show to get through. And by the way, I'm representing Nirvana. Fuck yeah. So I have a few videos that we're gonna go through, and we'll be responding to all three of them. One segment in this broadcast will be turned into a video, so if you want to, like, say hi to your mom from the chat and be like, hey, check me out, mom, you can do that. We'll be responding to a few videos, and then we're just going to wrap it up, because I don't have a lot of time. Somebody in the chat, Fly Prey, I think that's how you say it, Fly Prey was like, when are you going to shave? And I'm like, maybe on the 15th, and he's like, dude, maybe? Come on. I'm like, I didn't know you had, like, so much invested in me shaving. But, yeah, possibly. I don't know. How do you guys feel about the facial hair? Should I keep it or get rid of it? I'm looking great. Thank you. Thank you. My looks have been validated by Mary Cena. Thank you, Mary Cena. I love you. Please, have my kids. I'll make you pregnant. And if that's not possible, we'll adopt. We'll adopt a child. And by adopt, I mean, you know, lure into a van with free candy written on it outside of a school. Anyway, it's sexy. Keep it. Keep it. Very smexy. Keep it. It's nice. I like it. Maybe I'll keep it. I like doing this. I like stroking it like, oh, yes, I'm contemplating. I'm contemplating the veracity of this claim. Feels good. I can also do this. Provide some ASMR on the spot. Hopefully all you ASMR fans enjoy that. Keep it. Alright, fine, I'll keep it. I was thinking about shaving, just going like clean shaven on the 15th, but I don't know. You know what, I'm gonna leave it up to the highest bidder. The person who donates the highest amount will get to decide if I shave it or keep it for a month. So if you want to help me out, because I'm broke right now and I need to, like, pay rent in, like, less than 2 weeks. So if you want to help me out with that, you can donate. There's a link down below to my Streamlabs page. Donations will be shown on stream and responded to. Speaking of which, I got one right after I streamed last time. Marius Bra gave 100 Danish krone, danske krone, I think, and said, get better, dude. I don't know if that's like a good get better, like, yeah, you know, get better, or like, get better, you know, but I'm assuming it's the good one. Thank you, Marius Bra, for your generous donation. Yeah, just letting you all know, the highest donator will get to decide if I shave it or keep it. Yeah. Optional, you can also tell me if I should shave the stash and just keep it there, so I can have, like, you know, more neck beard and, you know, like, clean shaven around the stash area. Tempted to donate now. Maybe you should. Maybe you fucking should. It all begins with $1. And then, you know, you might get dethroned. Somebody else will be like, $2. But we'll see. Oh my god, Sweg's hair, what a price. I wish I could actually, like, sell my hair. I'm sure I'd make some money doing that, given the fact that, like, there's gotta be, like, one person watching right now who has, like, a hair fetish, who's like, oh yeah, Sweg's hair. Yeah, we'll see about that. Maybe someday. Maybe, like, that's gonna be the new business model for OnlyFans. Because they actually are broadening their horizons. They're like, we're gonna offer more services now, other than just, like, lewd pictures and videos. So maybe you can sell hair on OnlyFans, maybe. Biggest donator gets to shave SWEGTA. No, I would not. This offer not valid on planet Earth. Um, what's going on, man? Hey, not a whole lot. We're going to be responding to some videos, so that's going to be fun. So let's see what we have. The first thing that we have is this guy who claims that GTA 5 is like degenerate and that it's woke. And he's also claiming that like GTA 6 is going to be woke. So that's fun. That's a very like cerebral, high caliber take that I'm sure is going to resonate with the masses. People actually do watch this guy, so I guess like it does actually resonate with some people. Not me though, and you'll see why. SWEGTA goes bald. Maybe I will. Maybe I will. Maybe I'll just like do a complete like, I'll just get a buzz cut and then do like the razor thing where I shave my head. I'm always like afraid when I see people doing that in like films where like they're shaving their heads with a razor. I'm like, because I always cut myself when I shave my face. So like how do you, I don't know. I don't like it. Puts me off. Stop it. Just, I don't know. I wish I didn't miss the stream. Oh shit, thank you. The Satirical Rabbit gave $3 and said, "Hey Swag, hope you're doing well. Much love from America. You look like a young Tom Green." I don't know if that's a good or a bad thing. "Daddy, would you like some sausage?" You ever watch this movie, Freddy Got Fingered? Well, there you go. I just referenced it. Yeah, I saw it. It's, I don't know. I'm convinced that, like, he knew all along that the film was gonna be really bad. So he just made it, like, the most outrageous thing that he could. To basically just, like, troll the studio that gave him all the money to make that film. Swiggy, would you like some sausage? Swiggy, would you like some sausages? Sausages. Also, Bully 2, when? I don't know. When the sun dies, we'll get Bully 2. Just like right before it stops burning and we all die, you'll see like a tweet coming from Rockstar like, "Oh yeah, by the way, Bully 2, if we make it, which we won't, we'll die. We're all in this together." Barty X official gave $1 and said, "Shave your balls, JK, 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 JK." It's a lot of joking. Shave one half of your beard and keep the other half. What do you mean, like this? Like, they keep this half shaved? I guess I could do that. I guess I could. By the way, thank you, Satirical Rabbit and Barty X. Thank you. Yeah. I'm not gonna do the half face shave thing because I'd have to like walk around looking like that for a month, so I'm not gonna do that. But if you want me to like shave the stash and keep this chin scruff thing, I can do that. If you want me to go clean shaven, I can do that. If you want me to just keep it for a month, just like this, I can also do that. Keep one half. No, I'm not gonna do like I'm not gonna shave one half of my face. I'm not gonna do that. I'm not like, I don't have enough confidence to get away with doing that. Like the nanosecond that I stepped in public, hold on, my fucking headphones are cutting out. The nanosecond that I step out in public, I would feel like really awkward. People would look at me and I'm like, shave your eyebrows? No, I like them. My eyebrows, that's like 50% of my fucking, facial expressions, just eyebrows, because like my eyes are dead just constantly. Shave. You look like a 2010 to 2012 YouTuber. Do I? Who? Amish Paradise. Been spending most my life living in a SWEGTA paradise. I run bully once or twice, living in a SWEGTA paradise. I go out in public? Yeah, I do. Occasionally. Femboy second. Yes. Every time you eat a hamburger, you should bring the beard to your nose and smell it. What? Oh, do you mean like I should like grow it out so I can like, after eating a burger, I'm like, I guess I could do that. Go bald. I'm not gonna go fucking bald. Like I have the privilege of having hair at the age of 26, so I'm not gonna like shave it off and be like, whatever. I'm gonna cherish the hair that I have. I'm not balding yet, so until that happens, I'm not gonna shave. I'm just gonna keep my hair in my head. Some music? Yeah, sure. Whatever. Let's get some music. Nice and comfy. I also fixed an audio issue that I had. Jesus. Occasionally, like, the audio would sound kind of like watered out. So now it doesn't do that. Now it's like, there's no noise removal thing. So this is just like straight up what I'm hearing. Not altered in any way, shape, or form. I guess, react now to the video. Alright, fine. Fine. But yeah, I'm gonna have to take off in like an hour. Something like that. I gotta do some late night shopping. Gotta get some groceries and all that. But yeah, like I said, rent is due in like 12 days. And I have about like 20% of the money that I need for that. So if anybody wants to like donate, you can do that. It's greatly appreciated. You can do it via Streamlabs down below or through Super Chat. Preferably Streamlabs because like Google doesn't take a third of that. But either way, you have my gratitude. You have my love and my affection and my adoration and my sexual attraction forever. Small price to pay. Play Ram Ranch. I'm not gonna... No. We're not playing Ram Ranch. We're not doing that. No way, Jose. Said I. Said the SWEGTA. God is dead. Hey.
How about tonight we play Your Body, My Choice? You should call your vagina the patriarchy. Because I want to smash it. I'm just trying to be your aborted baby daddy. I'm going to fill your gender pay gap with my white privilege. I'm sorry about that.
You should be. None of that was funny. It all sucked. You should feel bad. Your joke is bad, and you should feel bad. Good sir.
Grand Theft Auto 6 is going woke.
I don't know, like, what is up with YouTubers speaking like this nowadays? Like, Grand Theft Auto 6 is going woke. It's like, what is this trailer voice you're putting on? And also, you, Reagan.
Mr. Reagan.
Ugh.
You may not think that talking about the wokeification of a video game is really appropriate for a political channel like mine.
You know, the ironic thing is that, like, Reagan, if he were, like, a thing today, you would call him a fucking, like, communist or a socialist if you actually like, look at the values that he had back in the day. I mean, like, he was, like, a far-right piece of shit, but, you know, he was actually in favor of, like, a few things that you would consider socialist, even though you probably don't even know what the fuck socialism is.
But you've got to understand the cultural impact of Grand Theft Auto. GTA 5, the last iteration of this game, is the second best-selling game of all time. When something with this level of cultural impact threatens to go woke, I take notice.
Go woke.
This is typical of entertainment.
What does wokeness even entail at this point? Like, you've increased the volume? Alright, sure. Hold on.
These days, but
oh, that's better. Sorry about that. Yeah, let's redo it. Fuck it. Cherry Bonbon gave $16 and said, "Love you, Daddy Swag. I got paid today. Here's some green, you pretty thing." Thank you. You know what? For that, I'm going to give you a mantit. There you go. Hopefully you enjoyed. Hopefully that tickled your fancy. And by fancy, I mean penis.
How about tonight we play Your Body, My Choice? You should
no.
The patriarchy. Because I want to smash it. I'm a aborted baby daddy. I'm going to fill your gender pay gap with my white privilege. I'm sorry about that.
You should be. That's awful. That's just terrible. Please, don't ever do that again.
06 is going woke.
Mr. Reagan.
Now, you may not think that talking about the wokeification of a video game is really appropriate for a political channel like mine.
But them views, though.
You've got to understand the cultural impact of Grand Theft Auto. GTA 5, the last iteration of this game, is the second best-selling game of all time. When something with this level of cultural impact threatens to go woke, I take notice. And you might think that this is typical of entertainment these...
Well, see, there you go. I called it. It's like, this thing is super popular, therefore I'm going to opine on it. Because normally I wouldn't give a fuck. But because a lot of people will, I'm gonna act like I do as well.
But GTA is different. You see, with GTA, you play as
GTA? I mean, like, whatever. I stutter occasionally. It's fine.
a criminal. You're a scumbag, a villain. You rob people and beat people up, and you murder pedestrians.
Shut the f*** up!
Wokeifying GTA is insane. I can just see all the kids playing the game now. I'm gonna go punch a hooker, and then I'm gonna save the environment.
This is so fucking awkward. Please stop. And also, you do realize that, like, well, you don't realize this, you have no idea, but, like, Trevor Phillips is actually anti-pollution. He opines on this multiple times in the game.
It doesn't make any sense. Now, we'll explore the ramifications of Grand Theft Auto going woke in one moment. First,
Also, I like how, like, saving the environment is, like, a bad thing in this person's fucking head. Like, maintaining a perfectly, like, good, livable setting for us to continue thriving in, that's like, that's woke. Caring about, like, the ecosystems that we're basically ruining day by day, woke.
to sell you something. Now, Bank of America has...
No, you're not going to sell anything on this show. I forbid thee. I'm going to skip ahead. Also, this is the reason you made this video. It's just so you could, like, sell gold or whatever the fuck that is. It always amuses me when people say that, like, you know, the economy is so unpredictable, you should buy gold. It's like, well, you do realize that gold is just like a thing we value. If the economy tanks, yeah, gold could go up in value, but it's not, like, objectively tied to, like, some inherent value. It's dependent on what people value it as. Just like any other type of money or currency or metal. So, like, I don't buy into this shit. Please. Just, like, even if anything, if you can take anything from this video response, don't spend a bunch of money on gold. Unless, you know, you understand the actual value of it.
Now, if you've never played Grand Theft Auto, as I said, it's a game in which you play as a criminal. You run around stealing cars, you run people over, you're shooting cops, and you are committing a variety of other criminal acts.
Please don't make me ruin all the great work your plastic surgeons have been doing.
I'm curious, like, who are you clarifying this to? Because I feel like even the most out-of-touch boomer in your audience has to be like, well, I know what GTA is. I've seen the front page of YouTube. Like, I've occasionally seen videos of it. I get it. I don't know. I feel like you're just, like, padding out time for the video so you can put, like, multiple ads in it.
On the floor, now!
And it's a lot of fun because, well, you can't really do any of that stuff in normal life. I mean, most regular people don't do that stuff in normal life anyway. And that's the thing about video games. You can do stuff that you can never do in normal life. You can't slay a dragon. You can't fly in a spaceship. And so people play video games to experience that
to
stuff.
the
GTA is
point.
different. But one of the reasons that people love GTA is that
Right.
it's basically vulgar and degenerate in every conceivable way. That is,
How's it degenerate? Like, yeah, there's a lot of stuff you can do in the game that's, like, socially unacceptable, but how's it degenerate?
you not only commit crimes, but there's also a lot of vulgar and socially unacceptable dialogue and other game elements.
Oh, my N-word, huh? What's up, homie, huh?
No, I don't want to sleep with you, and no, I don't care that I'm 39 and single. It doesn't worry me a bit. Okay, man, boobs, race you to the beach!
And it's this stuff, let's call it politically incorrect content, that's now being targeted for elimination.
How do you know that? How do you possibly know that? Like, politically incorrect humor. I mean, like, you do realize that, like, conservatives have a political correctness thing, too. Like, you guys freak out at, like, the slightest thing. Like, happy holidays. That's enough to set a lot of you off to the fucking moon. Political correctness is a ubiquitous thing, regardless of the political aisle you're talking about.
See, Bloomberg News has recently reported that GTA 6 is going woke. According to the Bloomberg article, quote, Rockstar's next game, Grand Theft Auto 6, will include a playable female protagonist for the first time.
Cool.
The woman, who is Latina, will be one of a pair of leading characters in a story influenced by the bank robbers Bonnie and Clyde. So they're really highlighting the Latin origins of this chick. The woman who is...
I mean, they just mentioned it, like, one time.
Latina. Yeah, I got it. You're all intersectional now.
What? That's not even applicable. Intersectionality has nothing to do with a person just being of, like, Latin origin. What are you talking about? Like, does language have any meaning to you? Like, degenerate, intersectional. Like, does any of this mean anything to you? Or is it just, like, noise that you make that your audience just, like, claps at blindly like a bunch of seals?
Amazing. The article goes on, quote, developers are also being cautious not to punch down by making jokes about marginalized groups, in contrast to previous games. And this bit here, this is the bit that I just cannot tolerate. You cannot wokeify GTA. You will kill GTA.
Okay, let me tell you something. GTA has had a lefty message since, like, I don't know, GTA San Andreas. Maybe even before that. Like, if you actually look at the plot of GTA 4 and a lot of the dialogue, especially from the protagonist in that game, like, it has a left-leaning bent. It definitely does. It pokes fun at the left and liberals, but it also pokes fun at conservatives. So, you know, as far as, like, the humor goes, yeah, it makes fun of everybody, but it does have a lefty kind of, like, political message.
If you wokeify it. There are two things in
the same thing applies to GTA 5 as well. So, like, this is not new. Like, GTA going woke, it's always, by your fucking definition, it's always been woke.
This world that are instantly destroyed if you wokeify them. Comedy and GTA. I mean, what are they thinking? This makes no sense.
If you're talking about, like, them dumbing down a lot of humor or, like, just, you know, stripping a lot of the political humor from the game or a lot of the satire, sure, I'm not a fan of that. But, like, nothing's happened. Nothing's happened. They're just kind of like, hey, we're going to have, like, a slightly different approach to comedy. They're not saying that they're going to completely remove satire from the game. They're not saying that they're going to go completely woke, whatever the fuck that means. That's like another thing that, like, doesn't mean anything anymore, because it's like it's been overused to the extent that, like, it doesn't have a definition. It's just like, oh, it's left thing, soy, cuck, beta, feminist, intersectionality. Like, none of this shit means anything anymore.
But of course, radical left craziness never makes any sense. However, I will try to make some sense of it. You see, the wokeification of Grand Theft Auto got me thinking.
Wow. Well, I guess there's a first time for everything.
They're leaving the violence, crime, and general thuggery in the game, presumably because that's the whole point of the game, but they're taking out the politically incorrect rhetoric. It seems absurd, and yet it totally fits the pattern of leftist priorities.
Again, like, political correctness is not strictly a left kind of thing. Like, conservatives have political correctness too.
See, there are four types of people. Good people, down-to-earth people, con artists, and total degenerates. Good people are those girls from school that never said a bad word or did anything wrong. Basically, perfect Christians.
And there you go. There's an example right fucking there. It's like, oh, you know, a good type of woman is one that just, like, sits quietly and, like, timidly just accepts whatever, like, the men around her tell her to do and just, like, never pipes up, never swears or anything like that. That's a good Christian woman. Dude, give me a break. Jesus.
Down-to-earth people are your typical Trump supporters. They might be a bit brash with the rhetoric. They might be brutally honest. They're not going to bullshit you. And that kind of talk might come across as insensitive or offensive, but they've got a strong ethical code, and they stick to it. The con artist is your typical Democrat politician. They
have a strong ethical code? Dude, like, they pay no attention to anything bad that Trump has ever done. Like, they excuse all of it. They don't have a strong ethical code. In the realm of politics, you cannot have a strong ethical code. That is verboten. You don't do that, no matter, like, what side you're on. It's always us versus them. That's how the game is played.
Will meticulously police the words that you use, the ideas that you express, and everything else. And yet,
unlike conservatives, they never do that.
They will let violent criminals out of prison. They care more about policing words than violent crime. And finally, there are the total...
Violent crime. Why do I feel like... Oh, sorry, like, all the dogs in my neighborhood just started barking just now for some reason.
Degenerates. These are the street thugs that you find in the GTA games. Street thugs will both commit violent crime and speak to you in a way that is politically incorrect. And so we've got a type of character that is neither Republican nor Democrat, but by taking away the politically incorrect aspect of the game, these characters go from being apolitical to being Democrats.
So by default, like, wait, hold on. Let me hear that again. So like, wait. So if what? Wait.
And so we've got a type of character that is neither Republican nor Democrat, but by taking away the politically incorrect aspect of the game, these characters go from being apolitical to being Democrats.
Fucking what? What? Wait. So by being apolitical, you're not taking like a stance on something, and therefore you are Democrat. No, like, just no. Like, I don't know how to explain this to you. You're just wrong. It's just factually incorrect. It doesn't make any sense. What you said is so ludicrous that I'm beyond myself. I am stunned by what you said because it doesn't make a lick of sense. You should feel bad for that. Shame on you. And please button up your fucking shirt, God.
They're essentially creating a game in which you play as an Antifa thug. Barf. GTA is not something that I ever really liked. I actually remember the first GTA game. Yes, I am that old. I'm actually 40 freaking 2. Yeah. How am I that old? Jeez. I don't look that old. Do I look 42?
Yeah.
It's ridiculous. But yeah, I remember the first...
I mean, whatever. It's fine. You look 42. You're 42. So what? It's fine to look 42 and be 42. You know, like, when you run into problems, it's like when you're like me, when it's like you're 26, but you look like you're fucking 16.
GTA game. I remember my friend's brother playing this on his computer. This guy was a real nerd. He wore socks with sandals, and he wore those braided leather belts that were so popular in the 1990s. Anyway, he loved this game, and he was kind of a jerk to me and my buddy, and I remember thinking, that makes sense. It makes sense that that guy would like a game like that.
Yeah, unlike you trash-talking him, just like, oh yeah, what a nerd playing like a stupid video game, a degenerate game. What a loser. Unlike me. The peak Chadness of Chadtopia.
You see, I was more of a Superman guy. I like the hero, not the anti-hero. I like the guy who fought for good, not the selfish a-hole trying to screw other people over for his
Well, that's incredibly boring.
own personal gain. And so I never really played GTA. But eventually, Valeria got me a copy of GTA 5, a game that she had played and she thought was particularly good, and so I tried it out, and you know what? Actually pretty fun. I mean, it's still not my thing, really. I still prefer playing as the hero, but it really is a heck of a lot of fun.
Oh, so you engaged in degeneracy. How do you explain yourself, mister?
These games were criticized early on, as many games were in the 1990s, for encouraging violence and crime.
Encouraging?
And degenerate behavior, etc.
What is degenerate behavior? Can you please define this? Like, what are you talking about? Are you just talking about, like, socially deleterious things? Or, like, what?
But at the end of the day, do these games really inspire crime? Or do they satisfy a natural compulsion that maybe we all have to indulge a little in crime and violence? Well, considering the popularity of the game...
Well, I think we can agree on that. It's fun. You know, it definitely, like... You know, it scratches an itch that a lot of people have, where it's like, well, I can't do all this stuff in real life because it's, you know, not good. It's just, you shouldn't do any of the things you can do in GTA in real life. But, you know, I can do this in a video game. That's fun. That's, you know, I'll blow off some steam by playing GTA 5 for a few minutes. Yeah, I mean, like, at least we're on the same page there.
And the relatively low level of violent crime perpetrated by the young white nerds that play it, I'm going to bet on the latter. It's actually a lot like sports when you think about it. Smashing up other guys on the football field actually probably reduces a lot of crime. That violent urge is satisfied on the field, and so these guys don't have to go around beating up random old Asian guys on the street.
I feel like that's, like, almost like a social issue. I mean, like, if you're talking about, like, you know, men have this... inherent, which I don't believe, but even assuming that you're right, like, men have this, like, deep-rooted, like, need to be violent, and they have to find some way to be violent, or else, you know, they'll take it out on other people. I mean, that's just, like, that's a terrible thing. Like, we shouldn't just, like, find a way for them to, you know, alleviate that. We should find a way to, like, combat that and be like, no, attacking people for no good reason is a bad thing. I should know. I've been attacked for no good reason. Not fun. It's a horrible thing.
And so, although the game is ugly and vulgar and degenerate, I think there is a place for
What is degenerate? What are you fucking talking about? What are you on about? How is it degenerate?
it in our society. Perhaps if more Antifa...
Like, if you don't like video games, that's one thing, but to continuously and repeatedly call it degenerate and to, like, trash talk people who find, enjoyment in playing a game that you don't find... Actually, scratch that. You yourself said you found enjoyment in it. So you think it's fun. Other people think it's fun. What is the problem? We're on the same page there. Like, we both find enjoyment in this thing. How is it degenerate? What is degenerate about it? Why is that why is that... But of course, like, when you find enjoyment in it, that's like an exception, sure. That it doesn't apply then.
When BLM activists played this game, they'd not be so itchy to go out and do the kind of crap that they do in real life. I mean, in the game, you get to shoot cops a lot. In real life, you can only do that once. I mean, shooting cops is basically a dream of the radical left. So in a way, the game...
I mean... Yeah.
Game is already woke. Jokes aside, video games are typically pretty woke, and it honestly kind of annoys the heck out of me. I'm not a big gamer, but I like to know what messages are being expressed in all forms of media, and I like to know what's influencing the culture, what leftist propaganda is currently being fed.
Leftist propaganda? Grand Theft Auto 5 is leftist propaganda.
To young American men. The video game maker Ubisoft makes some of my favorite games of all time. The Far Cry series is phenomenal, for instance, but several iterations of those games are openly anti-Christian. As a Christian myself, I naturally find this reprehensible. In Ubisoft's game Assassin's Creed Syndicate, you are required to help Karl Marx organize labor unions. No joke, that's part of the freaking game.
I challenge you both to help those who really need your assistance.
Based?
The working people. Democracy is the only road to socialism.
I don't suppose you'd formally join the Workers' Party?
I'm not much for politics.
I'm not even a Marxist, but I'm just kind of like good. I'm glad this is pissing off people like this schmuck.
He's not much for anything that requires deep thought.
Auf Wiedersehen, my friends.
They are actively promoting Marxism to kids. It's ridiculous.
Kids? I don't know if it's marketed to children. I think it's just like marketed to like people in their mid to late teens and like early 20s.
Even Grand Theft Auto 5 had a bit of wokeism integrated into the game. In GTA 5, there are 3 protagonists. One is a former Italian mobster type in Witness Protection. One is a certifiable psychopath. These guys are both white. And then there is the third guy. This guy is a young black guy that grew up on the streets. He is not really a criminal. He's just a guy who's been dealt a tough hand in life, and he's doing his best to deal with that.
No, like, you can be both. Like, this is why a lot of people turn to crime. It's because, like, they don't have access to proper opportunities. So, yeah, Franklin is an example of that. Like, he doesn't have all the opportunities that somebody his age should have, or anybody should have, and so he turns to crime to, like, get by. Like, they both are possible, dude. Both are... One leads to the other often. What? Like, you're not making any sense at all. Like, there's no... They're not mutually exclusive.
Come on, bro. Well, go f yourself. You want that piece of shit? That's your f***ing business, all right? He's dead to me, all right?
All right?
Hey, come on, bro. Don't do that.
So they made the black dude by far the most honorable guy in the game, while the other two chose to become criminals. The black guy is just a victim of circumstance. And
well, it's not just like a victim of circumstance. Like, he actually does get to a point where, like, he becomes kind of, like, detached from, the place he grew up, and he's just kind of like, oh, well, I'm making all this money now, and he tries to, like, make a move on his, like, ex-girlfriend and be like, oh, I finally, I got my life together. And she's like, no, you don't. You never got it. You never fucking understood it. It's not about the money. It's not about that. It's about being a decent person. So, like, he's not morally upstanding. Like, he actually gets to a point where he, like, considers not saving the life of his own best friend. I mean, but of course, like, you wouldn't know any of this because you haven't really, like, experienced the game. I guarantee you, like, you're being spoon-fed all of this information secondhand. Like, there's somebody writing a script for you that just, like, inserted all of these little factoids into the video, and you're just kind of like, oh yeah, I'm just gonna pass that off as if I know it. You don't.
This, of course, was not done by accident. At one point in the game, while playing as the sociopath, you come upon some white redneck volunteer border.
Also, by the way, I thought like you conservatives were like so against idpol. Like all of a sudden, identity politics is like a tool that you can use for this video.
Patrol enforcement vigilante guys.
There's a real problem here, and that's why we formed the Civil Border Patrol.
And they're going around rounding up illegal immigrants and turning them into the actual border patrol. Now,
Well, not exactly. They're just targeting people who are like Mexican or like of like Latin descent.
these guys are clearly trying to do the right thing. And
No. What? No, they're not. They are racists. They are xenophobic. That is what they are. Hence the Hitler salute just a few seconds ago. That's a mask off moment. Like, I love how like quick you are to like call out something as satire and be like, oh, you're just triggered by satire, but like you don't even comprehend satire when it pokes fun at you.
in fact, they make a big fuss about not killing the illegal immigrants that they're capturing. They
Oh wow, how humane! Don't kill them, just like tase them and beat them up and kidnap them.
use tasers and stuff like that to stop them, to capture them, and to turn them in. In fact, if you kill anybody in this part of the game, I actually think you have to restart that section. So at some point, you accidentally capture and turn in a legal immigrant, somebody who's legally here, this guy who's lived in America most of his life. And so to make amends for this mistake, you actually have to go back and murder the white vigilantes.
My family has been here 200 years. I'm more American than you. Not that it's anything to boast about. I'm sorry.
Woke.
You're so concerned. Clean it up for me. Your choice. And no, I will not give you 1 cent.
Good.
Last I heard, your Civil Border Patrol friends were bullying some people east of here at the Zancudo farm. Go left on Ocean Highway.
Satire, bro. You triggered?
Civil Border Patrol disbanded.
So there's this bizarre leftist morality lesson at the end of this mission that doesn't really fit the character that you're playing.
Yes, it does. It totally does. Like, Trevor is a lefty. He is. He's not like a Marxist or anything. He's not a tanky or anything like that. You know? He's not a liberal. He's just kind of like I don't know, like an anarchist lefty. Like, the dude has left-leaning views, but he's also just like a complete anarchist. Like, both are possible, again. Like, these are not mutually exclusive things.
Sociopathic guy, and it certainly doesn't fit the game at all, really. I mean, this guy is a total evil POS that murders people all the time. But no, you can't have him capture illegal immigrants. Well, that's one step too far. Now, I'm not sure.
Well, the thing is, like, he does do that. That's part of, like, if you want to complete the game to 100%, you have to do that. You have to do these things that, like, the character regrets doing. Even, like, during the missions, like, he, you know, continuously questions himself, like, why am I doing this? So, like, he has his opinions, but he does it anyway. And then he realizes, like, oh, wait, I did something terrible. I'm gonna fucking kill the people who made me do this. Which I don't recommend anybody does. I don't think that's, like, a, you know, a good lesson in morality. But like you said, he's just like a complete sociopath. He's like a completely like evil piece of shit. Which, by the way, like, what is this thing that you have with swearing? Like, if you don't want to swear in videos to get more money out of them, I mean, like, whatever. But the comment you made about, like, you know, Christian women never swearing or, like, you know, arguing, I mean, like, that was just weird. I feel like that's, like, really telling. Like, you have this view on cussing, that, like, cussing is degenerate. I'm sure you'd call it. Cussing is degenerate. But, you know, telling women how to live and applying a double standard to them, that's totally fine. That's justified. That's an upstanding thing to do.
Or if this touch of wokeness was added to GTA 5 because somebody at Rockstar was a legit leftist idiot, or if it's just the typical corporate ass cup.
You know, like, the Hauser brothers have been left-leaning for a long time, like decades. Like, this is not new. Like, if you actually were a fan of these games, you would know this. If you actually did some research into them, despite not being a fan, you would also know this. So it's like this video is bereft of any knowledge, or you're just totally oblivious to information that contradicts you. You're totally unaware of things that just, like, prove you wrong.
Trying to placate potential leftist critics. But either way, it's annoying. You have to go back to GTA.
Can you motherfuckers, like, make up your minds? Can you, like, decide if it's, you know, go woke, go broke, or if it's like, you know, oh, they're just woke because it makes them a bunch of money? Like, which is it?
To find truly edgy, politically incorrect content.
A history of liberty. They chose the slender island in the bay, which they called Algonquin, thought by some to mean place for condo skyscraper, and by others as island to catch an STD.
You have to understand that when the Europeans arrived, the people that met them were savages. Luckily, we had a few tricks up our sleeve for dealing with them.
The first ship of slaves arrived to give the hard-working, non-hypocritical Americans time to focus on important things in life, like yelling at their women for buying too much shit in the strip mall.
This is hilarious. It's
like, okay, yeah, I agree, but it's hilarious because it's making fun of you. Like, you understand that, right? Like, if you look at, like, the most conservative areas in the United States, if you look at, like, the, you know, the education system, like, it's filled to the brim. It's full of people just saying, like, oh, Columbus discovered America, and, you know, he tried to, like, you know, make amends with the savages inhabiting America, but, you know, they refused, and they were, like, cannibals and degenerates and blah, blah, blah. Like, you motherfuckers justify, like, a genocide whenever somebody talks about, like, the genocide committed by Christopher Columbus against the indigenous people of America. Like, they're making fun of your side of the political aisle. How could you possibly be this oblivious? Like, yeah, they make fun of both sides. This is an example of them making fun of the right.
Funny because it's socially unacceptable, just like everything in GTA. Honestly, going woke right now is the worst thing that you can do. Whether you're making a film or a TV show or a video game, going woke makes you just like everybody else. And one of the most fundamental rules of marketing is communicating a point of difference. Why is your product different than everything else that's out there? If Rockstar Games was smart, they'd go completely in the opposite direction. Instead of going woke, they'd go crazy anti-woke.
I mean, like, they don't have to go woke to get people to buy their games. Like, this is just a different attitude around the offices that has led to this. This is not a matter of them, like, wanting to make sure that, like, they stay on top. They're gonna stay on top. Even if GTA 6 sucks, it's gonna break sales records. It's a guaranteed hit no matter what.
How about this? In one section of the game, maybe a skinhead and a BLM terrorist are forced to work.
Wow, that's... So wait. Okay. Yeah, totally not, like, partial on that one. A skinhead and a BLM terrorist.
Together, and they're, like, constantly cutting each other down. You know what's beautiful? Big, white, fluffy clouds. White. You know what's not beautiful? Black clouds.
I noticed how, like, you know, you totally didn't pay any attention at all to, like, the January 6th thing, you know, when a bunch of, like, MAGA people tried storming the fucking Capitol. Never mind that. That's not terrorism. You know, terrorism is when, you know, you want police to stop killing black people.
Because they're all violent and shit. You know what's black? The American Express black card. Because black...
Okay, so you're just gonna make, like, a bunch of racist jokes. Got it. Skip ahead.
That tells the trans character, trans women are a lot like trans fats. You don't want...
You know what? I'm good on this. This video sucks dick. The end. This is the end. Beautiful chat. The end. So we have a couple more videos that we're going to get to. Look at this. Adam3817. This is a long overdue video response. So, hold on tight. Let's see. Sixbon gave $1.99 via Super Chat and said, SWEGTA, this dude sounds like another Jack Thompson. I mean, he basically is. He's like... I was going to say the conservative equivalent of Jack Thompson, but Jack Thompson is a conservative. So it's like, I don't know, like the YouTube conservative demagogue equivalent of Jack Thompson. Anyway, thank you, Sixspawn. Chris Dubay gave $5 via Super Chat and said, when are you going to start focusing on more serious content, such as Jimmy Goes to School? Soon. Thank you. Troy Powers gave $5 via Super Chat and said, when you reach God, swear to him. Sure, I'll do that. I think I'll have to, because it's like, you know, I'll die and then God shows up and I'm like, oh, fuck. You know, what's going to happen then? Is he going to be like, oh, you swore at your maker, I'll send you to hell? It's like, well, I feel like, oh, fuck is a pretty, like, valid thing to say if God himself shows up in your, like, when you die and you're like, oh, cool. I guess I was wrong about that. You do exist. Let's see. Adam3817. Why don't you come to your senses?
Alright, so that is my reaction to SWEGTA's reaction to my response video.
It's kind of convoluted at that point. You know, when you respond to a response that's a response to your response. It becomes kind of like Inception-y at that point.
Okay, believe me, if there's one guy that cringed the most from that response video, it's this guy right here. Yeah, I will be brutally honest right off the bat. That response video was shit. Hey, even back
no, I enjoyed it. I thought it was good.
Then I think I remember thinking like, oh man, this response video is just trash. I think back then it was just like, bro, I had to get a response video out. I don't care if it's good or bad. I just have to acknowledge SWEGTA's, like, you know.
Yes, acknowledge me.
You know, this video.
Acknowledge my
I'll
presence.
just do a quick breakdown. The intro, which in my opinion was my favorite part of my response video, because, you know, having a good time with my buddies filming. Pretty much, I was just trying to be like the biggest SWEGTA fan ever. And then you notice I threw the word Simon, like I guess the fan was Simon. And you know, I did my homework a little bit on him, and if my homework is correct, SWEGTA's name is Simon.
Oh my god, I can't believe you just doxed me. Holy shit. Yeah. It's Mark Simon, technically. It's Mark Simon.
So I for the shit together,
MS.
I just threw Simon's name on there. I think what I was trying to go for, that SWEGTA's biggest fan is him himself. It doesn't make any sense, I know.
It's basically the opposite. I mean, like, I'm like my biggest critic.
Only highlights from it was just me being weird with the whole SWEGTA picture dangling thing. And then at the end, I thought like me being a fat ass on the chair, impersonating a SWEGTA fan, I thought that was pretty funny. And then me taking down the trees at the end, I was just knocking down dead trees. So if I'm not mistaken, I'm only doing better because they're just dead trees where I just get them out of there, right? All I really wanted to do was get a response video. I just wanted to, I don't know, get back at the guy and see how he would react it. Which I was really hoping for never response video, because I already was planning for a...
I mean, it gets to a point where like it becomes kind of difficult for people to follow, especially like new people who click on like the third response and they're like, what's this? And it's like, you know, in response to your response to my initial response to your video, you said this. It's like, you know, people are like, what?
Never response.
Where am I?
Do a response to my response. My plan, if SWEGTA did a never response video, was to do a never response, but a diss track video. And of course...
Oh, you should have fucking done that. You should have made a diss track. That would have been awesome.
It would have been the worst fucking thing you'll probably ever hear in your ears.
Yeah, that's why it would have been good. You should have done it.
You know what I think would be hilarious is if SWEGTA, if you're watching this, I think...
Maybe I am.
It would be hilarious if you invite me on any of your future podcast talk shows. I think that would be hilarious.
Sure. We'll get it set up. How about like maybe not like the next time I go live, but like after that. We'll get something set up. We'll talk. We'll bury the hatchet. We'll converse.
Just your fans like freaking out, like, why is this asshole here? Oh my god.
Boring.
I think that would be funny as fuck. So actually, if you're listening to this, if you're up to me being on your talk show, I am totally down. I think that'd be funny. But that's up to you, man. Like,
sure.
If you don't want me, I understand. If you still hate me, at least you can now throw...
No, like, I never hated you.
really bad insults like retardation or whatnot, because I'm I'm none of that. I think the only thing I have is speech competitive because vocabulary is not my strong suit. I have always been more
Well, you and me both.
a math guy, which just reminds me, which is really ironic about my like toxic whatever videos is I'm trying to be like this asshole, right? Like this douchey, maybe jock asshole because you know I insult nerds and boring people. I'm this terrible human being pretty much, but ironically. In real life, I'm the complete opposite. I am quiet. I think I would probably even consider myself a nerd because I'm in school right now doing like cybersecurity shit and
Wait, really? Cool.
you know, that's all math. So I got glasses for Christ's sake. I'm a degenerate nerd, you know.
Hey, here's what you gotta do. You gotta get some of these. Look, see this? These are contacts. It takes a while to get used to them, but once you start wearing them, it's just you forget you're wearing them. Like it's so much easier than having glasses, in my opinion.
My only real response is just
no, Swegta, I'm gonna send super chats if you get that man on the show and tell him no. Well, like I should bring him on and he's like, man, thanks for inviting me, and I'm like, fuck off, and hang up immediately.
confirming it's bullshit, it's trolls, it's satire. Is it good trolling?
I'd say yes. I mean, you got me.
The Red Dead video, my response video, probably not, to be honest.
You convinced Jake. You gave him the impression that, like, you have some kind of, like, disorder. I remember, like, him speculating about that. He's like, oh, I don't know. Like, I don't think he's, like, trolling. I think he might have something. I'm like, no. He's trolling. I fucking knew it. I knew it all along. You were trolling. Jake, you're ableist. Hashtag Jake is ableist. jakeisableist.com/index.php.
There's nothing planned. It's just turn on the camera and start saying random shit for like 15 minutes. But hey, according to the likes and dislike ratio, I think
Oh yeah, your video got like nuked with dislikes. That was insane. I remember like looking at it, I'm like, oh my god, there's like hundreds of dislikes and like just a few likes. I completely obliterated that video in terms of like the reception of it.
I think I got what I was going for. Let me tell you, oh my god, some of the comments I saw were gruesome, like from kill yourself.
Yeah, I don't condone that. I don't think anybody should wish harm upon him or like encourage him to harm himself. Don't do that. If you want to like make, some, Swegta meme comments or just like poke fun at the video, like go ahead and do that. But like don't tell him to do anything harmful.
You were a mistake. Fuck your parents. Your dad should have put on this year. Trust me, I'm pretty sure there were some death threats at some point.
Jesus.
So, hey, I got what I'm going for. I'm happy.
It just ends there? Okay. I mean, mission accomplished, I guess. Yeah, sure, I'll bring you on. We'll discuss matters. So before I leave, I have one final video. It's the final video. And reminder, I got a jet pretty soon because I'm gonna do some late night grocery shopping. I don't know why I touched my nose. I made it look like I'm gonna do cocaine. Like, oh yeah, I'm gonna do some grocery shopping. But yeah, I'm gonna go shopping in like 20 minutes. So yeah. But if anybody wants to give me a donation right now, that'd be cool. I don't think anybody decided, initially in this broadcast, like at the beginning of it, I said the highest bidder gets to decide what I do with my facial hair, like if I shave it or not for a month. If you want to decide that, if you want to give me like a few dollars and tell me how to fucking how to shave, or like if I should shave at all, yeah, go for it. My voice is like dead at this point.
Guys, am I playing a different game? Because when I was like playing, I could have sworn I kept hearing this over and over.
Yeah, that's an awesome bass line. What are you talking about?
And it got a little bit annoying after hearing it for like looped for 40 times. This.
I don't see what the problem is, Sonny Evans, you sack of shit. I don't see what the problem is, because like you do realize that like rap music, they have bass loops, they have melodic loops. Plenty of music, whether it be like hip hop or, you know, any other genre for that matter. Like there are plenty of songs out there that have like a continuous thing going on. Like maybe like in hip hop, you oftentimes have like a beat that loops, or you know, in jazz, you have like a certain like melody that loops throughout. Yeah, this is Sonny Evans, and he's not a fan of the bully theme apparently. I am. I think it's awesome. You know, like the fact that they had so many variations of it, and the fact that it's still that good. I mean, like to me, that's a testament to how well they pulled off the soundtrack for Bully. And also, like, missions have different songs. Like, if you play a mission, or if you play a minigame, or a class, or, like, anything outside of free roaming, you'll hear different tunes, different melodies, different keys, different instruments. So you're just wrong. And you suck. Fuck you. The end.
What the fuck?
Yeah, I beg to differ, Sonny Evans. All memes aside, I beg to differ. Not a fan of that. There you go. Shave a Charles Chaplin mustache. I'm not going to do that because I don't want to get killed. But I'll tell you this. If you want to like decide if I shave anything else, like the stash or this, let me know. Yeah. Actually, let me take that back. If you want me to go like clean shaven, I can do that. If you want me to like just let it be, I can do that. If you want me to like shave the stash, I can do that. Those are your three options. I'm not gonna do a fucking Hitler stash. I don't want to get fucking killed while just minding my business out in public, and I don't want to give people the impression that like I'm a Nazi. So can't do that. Spanking the oinky like a Chad. Dun 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 dun. Fuck yeah. Anyway, thank you Wolfgang, Bloody Meat Sack, and Fat Doobie for the $2 and $5. Let's see. Charlie Chaplin. I'm not gonna do it. I'm not gonna do it. Keep the stash, shave the beard. I don't know. I don't want to look like a pedophile, so I'm not gonna do that. Get a Stalin mustache? Maybe. Should I? I don't know if I can. I don't think my facial hair is like bushy or like thick enough for that. This is gonna be me. I'm just gonna show up like this, like, hello. Clean shave. Let's see. Clean shave, chin strap. I don't think I can do a chin strap. I don't have like enough. No, I don't think I have enough like hair on the side to do that. Young Stalin looked fine, not gonna lie. Yeah, he did. Been spending most of my life living in an Amish paradise. A goatee like Heisenberg. I can't pull it off. I can't do it. Hair doesn't grow there on me. It doesn't. I have like some under my lip, under my chin, you know, here, the mustache, a little bit on the side, a little bit on the side there, but that's about it. Go full femboy. Is that just like clean shaven? Should I do that? Fat Doobie and Wolfgang, decide. You two decide. What should I get? An Austrian painter mustache. What the fuck is that? I am Austrian painter, SWEGTA. Oh shit. I just googled Austrian painter and Hitler came up immediately. Damn it, my brain is like short-circuiting. I typed in Austrian painter SWEGTA for a second. I was like, damn it. Mustache. Or facial hair. We are Austrian now. Let me like... Wait. Like this? Is that it? I can't do that. I physically can't do that one. So, no. Will I go live tomorrow? Maybe. I'm thinking about doing a speedrun on Bully. Because it's been a while, and I fixed my controller. I didn't tell anyone that it died, but, you know, I fixed it. So if I just hit, like, this, it would just shut off. Now it doesn't do that. The thing that fixed it was just, like, opening it up and blowing air into it. So I guess that took care of it. So, yeah. I am going to do some Bully speedruns. Maybe tomorrow. We'll see. It was just a Hitler joke. Oh, okay. How the fuck did I not pick up on that? Holy shit. I get it now. I get it now. When's my next e-begging video? I don't know. Tomorrow, maybe. No, not tomorrow, but maybe after that. I'm gonna play some more jazz. Some more jizz. Well, I thank you all for tuning in. And a big thank you to all the people who donated. It helps me out greatly. Like I said, rent is due really soon. So, I gotta fucking get some cash quick. I have like 12 days left to get like, I don't know, like $600. Just about that. So, yeah. Hopefully I'll get there. If not, I don't know. Maybe I'll be allowed to stay a little longer. We'll see. Yeah. At least, like, I have a roof over my head at this point. Get a job. I am applying for jobs. I'm looking. I attended a fucking job interview yesterday. It's like, get a job. It's like, I am doing that. Get a gerb. And also, like, if I got a job, like, tomorrow, if they're like, you're hired, like, I wouldn't get paid until next month. So, like, I would still be in the same situation that I'm in right now. I already did a Bully speedrun with a broken hand. I am considering doing another one-handed speedrun. Should I do that? I could, like, aim the webcam, like, lower so you can see my hand movement. So you can, like, see that I'm actually, like, doing it with one hand. I'm telling you, like, I've beaten the game one time. I've done a speedrun one time with a broken hand. Where, like, I've just used, you know, my left hand. I could do it again. I think it's a fun challenge. It's definitely different. Gerb. Sue the guy that jumped you. I mean, like, I am taking him to court. I have, you know, submitted a complaint. And I'm like, yeah, I want to, like, pursue legal action against this person. What about the femboy speedrun you mentioned? I guess I could do that. I'd have to get, like, some femboy attire. So, yeah. Maybe I'll do that. Maybe I'll do, like, the full makeup thing and everything. You know, I'll get some, like, lip gloss, some makeup. Maybe, like, a maid suit. Or costume. A blindfold. There's no way. There's no way. There's no way anybody could do that. You get a haircut when Swag streams, yeah. Welcome, Stiff Chris. How's your haircut? Are you pleased? What will be the femboy attire? I don't know. Definitely thigh highs. That's mandatory. What about, like, I don't know, like thigh highs, a black skirt, and some kind of top. We'll see. A Bulworth outfit with a skirt so you can be the femboy Pete. It was awesome. Cool. I have a wedding to go to next week, so I had to do it. Oh, that's awesome. I mean, like, the fact that you, like, got that done before the wedding. And it looks really nice. Cool. shave your eyebrows like Gary. He doesn't have like shaven eyebrows. He just has like a scar across one of his. Put on the cat ears. Decide, chat. Should it be femboy or catboy? You decide. I live it. What are my thoughts on Mayhem, the band? I don't know a lot about Mayhem. I think I've heard like a couple songs, but don't really know a lot about them. Was it true that you were really homeless? Nathan Ennis told us in one of his community posts. Yeah, I was. And I was actually homeless when I got jumped, so that's fun. It's like, oh, I'm nowhere to sleep, out in the cold, get jumped in a fucking parking lot. Hey, E-Bigger. Hello. What's up? My jam. Cat boy. Have I heard that Sweden is joining NATO? Yeah, I have. And that is something. I missed you, brother. I missed you too. That's dark. What? What is? Russia said it's gonna invade Sweden. Oh no. Monk ass. Ah, whatever. They can have me. I'm fine with it. They show up with a fucking tank. They're like, we're here to fucking take over. I'm like, yeah, that's cool. Have it. Take it. I don't care. They're like, well, it's not fun when you put it like that. And they just like reverse the tank. They're like, fuck these. It's boring. We expected more resistance. But no. It's no fun being bad peoples if good peoples don't mind you being bad. And I finally hope you got your life together and now focus on your beloved content. My beloved content. Dearly beloved content. And I hope you unblock me on Twitter. I mean, like, what is your fucking name on Twitter? I'll unblock you. Sure. What is your name? I'll do it right now. Do. Get the IKEA shark. Oh yeah, I could do that. Thank you, Ricky. The Mad Dragon. Sean? Or Xion? Thank you for the $2. So that bully who beat you up is still free today? Yeah. He got apprehended for like, maybe like a day. And then they're like, okay, you know, we've taken your, you know, we've noted down like your identity and we're talking to witnesses, so like blah, blah, blah. I don't know exactly like how the, that no-fall, okay, sure. I don't know exactly how they're conducting the investigation. But it should, you know, whatever. Wait. I go to your Twitter page and it's just like, the first thing that I see on there is like, to dear SWEGTA, stop crawling your way into the GTA community. Nobody wants you there. Go back to that filthy shithole of a community called Bully Community. A dead community and a dead game that nobody cares about anymore. I think this is why I blocked you. Pretty fucking sure. Here's another one. And what's even funnier is that SWEGTA and other bastard content creators like him think that their problems are our problems. Like the time he made that e-baking video saying he partied too much and not, I think now, you meant now he's getting kicked out. Dude, get a... I mean, like, this just goes on. I'm so sick of SWEGTA crawling his way into the GTA community. The reason he does that is because he himself knows that Bully and its community are dead. So he finds another community that can make him money. Another scummy technique. Like, it just goes on like this. It's like another SWEGTA tweet right there. I think SWEGTA is still bitching around bully saying that the protagonist is a bisexual moron. I don't even know what you're saying at that point. And then it's like, I have nothing against SWEGTA personally, but the way he acts, and you obviously do. Oh, you did. I mean, whatever. You know, you were cool about it, so I'll unblock you. It's fine. I'll give you a second chance. I am that kind and open-minded. And humble. Humble. Especially humble. Let's see how long it takes this time. But it's like, if you tell me to unblock you, and I go to your page, and that's like all I see, it's just like tweet after tweet, shit-talking me, then it's like, I am sorry. You know what? It's fine. It's all good. It's all good in the hood. We're moving past that. I'm too trusting, Swag? Yeah. You're too trusting, Jimmy. How many SWEGTA tweets are there? I don't know. Just I think it goes on. Let's see. Let's count. One. I'm gonna. Let's see. Okay, within the span of a month. So between 2022, 10/20. 1, 2, 3, 4. Oh no, wait. Oh no, wait. Okay, so it was actually just one in 1 month. Jesus. Startled me. Holy shit. There's a bunch. There's like, it just goes on. It's like SWEGTA, YouTube support or YouTube creators. Let's see. Here's like when I blocked him. So it's like, you've been blocked. Can you see that? I don't think you can. Whatever. It's just that's like, you know, you've been blocked by SWEGTA. What if I turn down the brightness? Maybe that'll do it. Nah, still fucked. Yeah, but it says SWEGTA blocked you. He says, Simon blocked me because I told the truth? Question mark. What a coward. This guy really is an imbecile who can't face criticism because he knows he's in the wrong. Piece of trash. That's like a really like, reminds me of like Gordon Ramsay. It's like, piece of trash. Damn. Very bland. Boring. Disappointing. Yeah, Ned Luke blocked me. He did. I'm thinking about getting like a text-to-speech set up. Not a text-to-speech, like a soundboard. With like a bunch of like Michael DeSanta audio bites that I can use in my next stream and be like, oh, special guest, Led Nuke. And I'll just like lower the voice on him so it's like, you know, I'm just using like Michael DeSanta lines, but it's like low pitch. Hey, great Master Frank. What's up? Let's see. Zeo Mending. Oi, SWEGTA. I heard Sweden is becoming a gangsta paradise, mon. Turkish vibes, Serbian mobsters, Afghan street gangs, Nigerian scammers. Be safe, bruv. Roadmen and chavs, worse than gopniks, bruv. Alright. That's the way it is, innit? I guess. Thank you for the $2. I have no fucking idea what you're on about, but yes, thank you. Damien! That is a good meme. How well are you actually doing financially? I mean, like, better. It's gonna take a while, though, before I get, like, before I see, like, any, fruits of my labor on YouTube. Because it takes, like, a couple months before I get paid from, like, a specific video. So if I upload a bunch of videos now and get a shit ton of views, I'm not gonna see any of that money until, like, I don't know, maybe January. So we'll see. What happened to those videos from 2015 or 2016 about Robert Ripley? I mean, like, it's just a bunch of, like, videos that I took down. But, you know, the interesting thing is, like, and I'm surprised you remember that. I guess you've been following me for a while. But, Robert Ripley, for those of you who don't know, he's, a convicted, sex offender who targeted a kid. You know, back in the day, I told people, like, there's something about this motherfucker that just, like, doesn't sit well with me. There's something that I don't like. This person is off. And I kept telling people. And they're like, well, what has he done? I'm like, well, he owns a bunch of, like, cats. And he doesn't take care of them at all. They live in filth. So maybe, you know, we could start there. And the guy was just like creepy. And I kept telling people, like, somebody should keep an eye on this guy, because I feel like he's gonna do something. And people just kept telling, they were like, you're being a bully, Swag. And then years fucking later, I look up, like, the sex offender registry. I type in Robert Ripley. I look up, like, court records. And I find that he like, molested a kid. So, yeah. Maybe I should, pull those videos back up, but I don't know. I think they're kind of cringy, but I definitely had, like, a valid cause for concern. And like I said, when I get, like, a bad feeling about somebody, and they're, it's a really bad feeling, I'm usually right. And that was one of those times where, like, I was like, this motherfucker's up to some shit. There's no way that he's not doing some heinous shit, or he's about to. And he did. I wish I was wrong. I wish that I wasn't, like, at all vindicated in that, but I am correct. I fucking knew it. I didn't know exactly, like, what he was gonna do, but I knew that something would happen. Because he gave me that vibe. Ricky the Mad Dragon gave $5. By the way, thank you again, Ricky. $5. Can you play Lost Judgment? It's almost like Bully, but in Japan. You can also skateboard in that game and go in a high school. It's out on Steam now. Is it a new game? Because, like, I could check that out. I'm gonna write that down. Lost Judgment. I'm gonna look into that. I'm not gonna make any promises on if I'll play it or stream it, but I'll check it out. If it looks really good, I'll play it. Thank you. Six Spawn gave $1.99 and said, what are your thoughts on the GTA 6 leaks, bro? I don't know if I could summarize them quick enough, but part of me is glad that it happened because, we get some insight into the game, but another part of me is, like, not glad that it happened because, Rockstar devs are sweating profusely because of that. So that's not fun. I feel bad for the developers. But I also, I got, like, 1,000 followers on Twitter out of, like, reporting on it, so yay me. It benefited me, definitely. I should have made videos on it, too. Even from just, like, my phone. I should have just been like, oh my god, I'm a YouTuber. What is going on, guys? It's your boy SWEGTA back again with another video. Did you hear that GTA 6 leaked? Because it did. There's gameplay footage of it on YouTube. Oh my god. Should have done that, but I didn't. I was like, nah, I'm gonna hold off on making videos until, like, I have a computer set up that I can use. So. But then again, a lot of people who reported on it got DMCA'd by Take-Two, even if they had, like, no footage of GTA 6 leaks in their videos. So maybe I dodged a bullet there. I'm lagging. Oh no. Oh no. It's a good thing that I'm recording then. You can play Lost Judgment on your own time. You don't have to stream it. It also has a bullying theme, but it's not. But in a more serious take. I'll check it out. It sounds cool. I'm curious. You had my attention. Now you have my curiosity. Wolfgang Bloody Meat Sack. I keep laughing at that. Sorry. Bloody Meat Sack. $2. What are your thoughts on 171? Cheap cloner? No, I don't know what that is. But thanks for the dono. I wish I could answer that, but I have no idea what 171 is. Unless, like, you're asking me for my thoughts on the number. In that case, I fucking hate it. It's the shittiest number ever. I hope anyone who has 171 in, like, their social security number dies. They, like, spontaneously combust at the same time. Rid us of their fucking filth. Holy shit. The Satirical Rabbit, again. 420, nice. I gotta get, like, some audio thing set up so I can have, like, audio files to, like, play that reference the number being donated. Like 1138. Or, maybe I could get, like, the truth from GTA San Andreas. 23. SWEGTA, please shave your eyebrows and mustache and goatee. I don't have a... Oh, I guess you mean this. Yeah. So shave everything? Want you to look like a PS1 character or a Skid Row street people yelling about how aliens run the White House or something about GMOs. GMO bad. Shaving my eyebrow. Let's see. I guess I'll shave the mustache and goatee. I'll do that. I'm not going to do the eyebrows, because like I said, that's like where a lot of my expression is. You know, my face is pretty, like, static for the most part. So, my eyebrows... they're how I make my fucking money. If I shave them, I've got nothing. I've got nothing. I'm nothing without my eyebrows. My eyebrows. I can't see a thing without my eyebrows. Like I was like jerking off the mic, like, ah. Come with me. Headbang for me, okay. And that concludes the broadcast. I hope you all enjoyed. I just gave myself a concussion. So yeah, take it easy. Peace out. Home skillet. Bye.